Hey, this one's gonna be kind of quick, I hope. I just wanted to give you guys like emotional intelligence 101. So, the first thing you need to learn about sort of navigating emotions, especially things that we as human beings have decided that are negative emotions. Um, all of our emotions are acceptable, right? But we don't really learn a lot about that. We learn these sort of toxic ideas like that we should be happy all the time, which is just totally unrealistic. And a lot of us, I know me, especially when I was in active addiction, was trying to pursue this constant state of like okay or like happiness. Obviously, it didn't work, but like that's beside the point. The fact that I was taught to believe that something is wrong with me if I'm not happy, we'll hear messages like, "Oh, don't cry" or whatever, and that's not because crying is wrong. That is because the other person, the person telling us that, is uncomfortable, made uncomfortable by our emotions. Maybe they don't know how to handle it or they don't know what to do, so they try to shut you down, right? And that's not okay. And as we grow in our journey and learning to accept ourselves fully and our emotions, there are going to be other feelings besides happy and peaceful all the time. So learning how to cope with those is going to be super important. The thing that helped me the most was learning to reframe how I viewed negative emotions. Now, it's totally believable that a person would pursue feelings that release positive chemicals into your body as opposed to maybe some harsher chemicals, right? So like if there was a shot of cortisol, which is the stress hormone, on the counter, and a shot of dopamine on the counter, like you're going to want to naturally gravitate towards something that's going to make you feel better. So there's nothing wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with wanting happiness or wanting serotonin in your life. I'm simply trying to mitigate sort of the devastation that comes from these unavoidable, difficult emotions. So what's important to know about these negative or challenging emotions is that they are only there to teach you what you don't want to do again, right? So if you feel guilty or ashamed of something you did, there's nothing you can do about the decision you already made except not do it again in the future. And that's what the guilt and shame is to teach you, that you are not okay with that, right? So trying to short circuit that guilt and shame or avoid it is missing the lesson, right? Or let's say you're trying to avoid heartbreak by not getting in relationships, friendships, whatever kind of relationships they are. But you're missing what the difficult emotion was trying to teach you, which was what you will not accept, right? What you are not okay with. So anytime you're having difficult emotions or negative feelings, right? You're angry, you're mad, you're guilty, you're ashamed, you're sad, you're lonely, you're heartbroken. All of those things are literally just lights, just indicators to teach you where not to go, right? So like you don't put your hand on the stove because it burns. So if you have gotten into a situation that has led to these negative emotions, you have to acknowledge them so that you can learn not to do that again. I really just hope this helps, because learning to view negative emotions, or what is called negative emotions, as learning experiences really helped me. And you can just ask yourself that one simple question if you're having difficulties right now: what is this trying to teach me? And so I hope this helps, and I hope to be recording more, and I miss you all, and good luck.